What's up, football fans? Welcome back to my channel where I talk about anything and everything football related. Today I want to talk about the Georgia Bulldogs and the wall of offensive line recruits that they just added to their 2024 recruiting class. The Georgia Bulldogs have recently been on a tear building on an already historic recruiting class. In the past 2 weeks, Georgia has added over 1,400 pounds to their offensive line with a wave of giant recruits announcing their commitments. In total, the Bulldogs now have 6 commits along the offensive line totaling over 2,000 pounds. Yes, 1 ton in body weight as they look to keep this dynasty rolling. The Bulldogs are expecting a major rehaul along their offensive line after this season and want to be ready for that when it happens. Guys like Cedric Van Pran, Tate Ratledge, and Amarius Mims are all players that we will more than likely be seeing on Sundays, and with the transfer portal nowadays, you can never have too much talent on your roster. 6'7", 335-pound Michael Uini would be the first offensive lineman to announce his commitment. His decision came just a week after taking his official visit to Athens. Uini is currently the number 9 offensive tackle in the nation and the number 27 recruit overall in Texas. He chose the Bulldogs over schools like Alabama and Michigan. Uini already shows a great ability to move defenders wherever he chooses and opens up giant holes in the run game. Uini is exactly what the Bulldogs are looking to add to this team, as he would probably be a day one starter on 90% of college teams across the country. He will come on the campus not needing to add any weight and has the arm length to match up with pretty much anyone across him. Next was 4-star offensive tackle Daniel Calhoun, who announced he will be committing to Georgia over schools like Texas, Auburn, and Alabama. Daniel Calhoun is the number 4 overall offensive tackle in the nation according to 24/7 Sports and the 13th overall recruit in Georgia. Georgia had a lot of focus on the Marietta native, and was someone Dylan Raiola was vocal about wanting in this class too. Calhoun said the way that Georgia develops its offensive tackles was one of the reasons why he picked the Bulldogs. Just like Uini, coming in at 6'6", 365 pounds, Daniel already has the size you'd like to see in a college offensive tackle. Next, Georgia would receive a verbal commitment from 6'8", 371-pound Nyier Daniels. He chose the Dogs over Florida State, Rutgers, and Texas. This battle mainly came down to Texas and Georgia, and the Bulldogs were able to come out on top. Daniels actually canceled his visit to Texas to go and visit Georgia instead, and once that happened, that was pretty much all she wrote. Daniels is a 4-star offensive tackle out of Bergen Catholic High School in New Jersey, and is ranked as one of the top 125 recruits in the class according to On3. Nyier said he looks to drop about 30 to 40 pounds by the time he gets to college and play closer to about 330 pounds, which is obviously still ginormous. Finally, we saw 6'6", 335-pound Marques Easley join the party, announcing his commitment. Easley is an extremely athletic tackle that moves around like he's 100 pounds lighter than he actually is. He's the perfect example of what Georgia wants in an offensive tackle. Someone who's not just large, but someone who can pull and move into open space with ease. Easley is considered a top 25 offensive tackle and considered as one of the top 10 players in Illinois. He said he knew Athens would be his new home once he took his official visit in June. He was around guys like Dylan Raiola and Daniel Calhoun during his time there and knew that this was the place he wanted to be. These Giants joined 2 offensive linemen that have been committed for a couple of months already in Marques Harrison and Malachi Toliver. Toliver is one of the top offensive linemen in Georgia. He's a very polished offensive lineman but could add a little more pop to his game. Overall, he has nearly 34-inch arms and plenty of size to play interior for Georgia. Then in May, we saw 6'8", 336-pound Marques Harrison announce that he would become the Bulldogs' second offensive lineman. Just like with Marques Easley, once they were able to get Marques on campus, he knew that this was the place he wanted to be. If you ask me, this is the perfect way to combat Texas A&M's monster 2022 class that featured 5 of the top 8 defensive linemen in the cycle, along with 2 of the top 7 edge rushers in the cycle. We have also seen the Bulldogs be extremely successful rotating defensive linemen throughout the game, so why not take that idea but use it on the offensive side? Obviously, you wouldn't be able to rotate them nearly as much, as the offensive line needs to work together as a unit a lot more than the defensive line does, but having reliable depth for when somebody needs to miss a week or 2 from a bum ankle or whatever injury may be is how you keep an offense moving without hiccups. When you land somebody like Dylan Raiola, you give him the best offensive line you possibly can. The Georgia Bulldogs haven't had someone of that caliber under center since technically Justin Fields, but more realistically since Matthew Stafford was a Georgia Bulldog. No knock on Stetson Bennett, but if he can run this offense and become one of the best quarterbacks in school history, just imagine the possibilities for Raiola. They also have 2 of the top wide receivers in the country and add yet another elite tight end in this class. But let me know in the comments, who do you think will be the next recruit to commit to Georgia? And do you think they'll be able to become the #1 recruiting class of all time? If you're a football addict like I am, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more football related content. You can catch some of my other videos right here, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Until then, peace.